everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Tomcat Stitchery. I'm Whitney, and happy birthday week to me. Okay, so you're watching this video on Tuesday, and my birthday is actually Thursday of this week on the 15th, and I've got a present for you guys. And I'm also, before we get into that, we're going to be talking about my birthday dress. I made a really good birthday dress. I'm very excited about wearing this dress. But before we get into that, I want to give you guys a gift just to help celebrate my birthday. Now, if you are a newsletter subscriber, you're going to want the gift that came in the newsletter on Monday this week. And we'll send out a reminder too before this sale is over, because it's a better deal than what I'm giving to the general population here. So in honor of my birthday, if you're not a newsletter subscriber, in honor of my birthday, I am discounting all of my digital classes 10% off. You do have to use a code, and that code is WHITBDAY10. So it's right here, WHITBDAY 10. That's going to get you 10% off the 3 classes that I currently have in my digital class catalog. There's actually 4 classes there, though. The 4th one is my Pattern Fitting 101 class. That's just not being offered right now, although stay tuned. We'll have more information on that in March, on when that's going to be offered again. But the other 3 are available anytime, and using that code, you can get 10% off. Now through the end of February, so through February 29th, just as a thank you for being a loyal follower and for watching the channel and all those kind of things. Again, I've got 3 classes, and there are 3 different price tiers that are on there. I have a picking patterns for your body type or body shape class, which is basically just some tips and tricks for finding pattern companies that draft a little closer to your body shape, your body type, so that you can fit a little bit easier. So finding pattern companies that maybe take a little bit less fitting in order to get them to fit your body. For instance, itch to stitch. I have to do hardly anything. I shorten a couple of things. That's it on itch to stitch patterns. I make a size 8 with the D cup, and they fit me fantastically. Whereas let's say a McCall's pattern, for instance, I have to do quite a few alterations to get those to fit my body. Not that I can't sew McCall's patterns, and because I do and enjoy doing that, it just is more work to fit those than it is for, say, an itch to stitch pattern. So the whole point of that class is just helping you identify those easier to fit pattern companies for your body, because all pattern companies use a different sloper, and some of those slopers might be better for your particular body. So that is one of the classes. Another class is fabric print matching, and that is showing you how to match your prints, your stripes, your plaids, and your large motifs across seam lines. So I demonstrate everything and show you how to do it, all 3 of those types of fabrics on a button-up shirt, because those have a ton of seams, but this class works for any garment that you're making, really. Coats, knits, dresses, everything. Anything that's got seams where you want to match your print across those seams. So that is another class that I offer. And then finally, I have my Shirt Making 101 class, where I walk you through from the very beginning, hand-hold all the way, and how to make a button-up shirt. And that is even fantastic for beginners. If you've never made a button-up shirt before, this class is great. But even if you've made 100 button-up shirts, I think it's still really wonderful. There's some tips and tricks in there that might be new to you. So those are the 3 classes that are over there. And again, I've got a 10% off code. WHITBDAY10 will get you 10% off any of those classes from now until the end of the month, until the end of February. Okay. Let's talk about my birthday dress. Guys, I am so over the moon with this dress for many reasons. I love the style on me. I love, the fabric is not necessarily my colors, although there are some colors in here that are on my color card. I'd say this is probably a little more winter colors, maybe. But I definitely have some colors that are on here on my color card. But I just really love everything about this dress. The fabric is beautiful, the actual hand of it and weight of it. It's comfortable, and I feel very sexy in it, which is very exciting. Okay, so again, my birthday is on Thursday. It's a Thursday. We're not doing anything really big to celebrate on my actual birthday. However, my parents are coming out to visit, I think like the 2nd weekend of March. It's like, because the first weekend, like March 1st is on a weekend. So it's the next weekend, like the 7th or the 10th or whatever. My parents are coming out to visit, and we're going to do my big birthday dinner when they're here. They're in my little town where I live in, just north of Indianapolis. We have a very nice hotel. I've actually never been into the hotel. It's called the Hotel Carmichael, and I've heard wonderful things about it. That's just really beautiful. It's a boutique hotel with Marriott. I think it's part of Marriott's boutique hotels. Anyway, they have a French restaurant in there. The very fancy, real fun French restaurant that is inside that hotel. And I've heard a lot of great things about it. And I love French food. And that is where I want to go for my birthday dinner in March. And so I need something a little dressier to wear to my birthday dinner. And when I opened up, let's see, this was the So Haley Jane box for, it's either December or November. I can't remember right off the top of my head. But when I opened it and saw this, it almost looks like a galaxy print a little bit, fabric. Jenny was with me when I opened up the box, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this would make such a beautiful dress. And I think the pattern that came in this box is actually a wrap dress pattern, maybe a Wardrobe by Me wrap dress pattern, if I'm remembering correctly. And I'm like, yes, this needs to be a dress, something slinky and beautiful and fun. And yeah, I just loved everything about this fabric and was very excited to turn it into something. So when I was brainstorming for the dress I wanted to make for my birthday, this popped up, and the Grafton popped into my head, and it has been a really wonderful pattern fabric combo. So for the pattern, I chose the Cashmerette Grafton, which is their new knit dress, choose your own adventure pattern. Gosh, there's so many different skirts. I think there are, and different lengths. There's like a fuller skirt, there's a straight skirt, there's an A-line skirt, there's this asymmetrical skirt, and then it's like, mini, above the knee, midi, maxi, all these different skirt lengths, quite a few different, there's a looser bodice, there's a fitted bodice, a few different necklines to go with all of those. The looser bodice has a grown-on sleeve, which you can also make longer, like there's a sleeve piece to make that longer, or you can keep it short. And then the fitted bodice has a few different sleeves, including a bishop sleeve. Anyway, it's got so many different, you could make hundreds of dresses, different dresses, just based off of, kind of choosing your own adventure with this pattern. And I made one back in the fall. It's a mini dress that has the square neckline and then the bishop sleeves. Lovely, loved the pattern, and was very excited to use it again. And that is what I did with this. So pleased. So I used the fitted bodice, and there's actually darts here you can't see. I used the fitted bodice without the waistband. So that's an option. You can put a waistband piece between your bodice and skirt, or you cut it a different line and it's just the bodice attached to the skirt. Which is my preference, because I want as little definition at my waist as possible. Like skimming my waist is better. It's more elongating because I have a very high waist. So it makes my torso look a little bit more proportional when I don't highlight it as much. So that's what I did with this one. Obviously did the asymmetrical skirt, fitted bodice with a scoop neck, and then I just did the straight long sleeve. I wanted it to be warm because it is winter time, and wanted that to be nice and warm. Now, some of the necklines with the fitted bodice have you actually line the bodice. So the square neckline has you line the bodice, and that's what I did on the previous dress I made. And I guess I could line it. The scoop neckline, I could line that as well, but I didn't. I went ahead and chose the neckband. And okay, so many good things about this dress. Number one, this asymmetrical skirt is not hanging as beautifully on the mannequin, I feel like, as it does on the body, because when you've got your leg that's kind of coming out there in the slit, I feel like it makes this gather up a little bit more on this side. I'm obsessed with this skirt though. Oh, that's the other thing with this pattern. Any of the skirts that go with the dresses, you can make as is, as a shirt, and any of the tops can be made as a skirt, and any of the top bodice pieces there's cutting lines to make them into tops too. You have a whole wardrobe with this pattern, I tell you. It's a great bang for your buck. So I did the asymmetrical skirt. Very tempted to make one just as a skirt because I'm wanting to wear more skirts in the spring and summer, just to try that out style-wise. But I just think this is so sexy. And so the fabric is a viscose spandex jersey. And it just is perfect for the asymmetrical skirt because it drapes. It's very comfortable. This doesn't hug the body too much in here at my waist, which could be more of the fabric choice, because I feel like the one that I made previously, that it made out of a French terry, that has a little bit less stretch. It has enough stretch for the pattern. It just has less stretch than this. I feel like it hugs just a little bit closer to the body, and that's fine. I mean, I think that's kind of the look I was going for with that dress, but this is so comfortable. I'm going to be able to eat an entire French meal and be very comfortable in this dress. What else? I made the size 10 with the GH cup for the bodice. I shortened the bodice by 1 inch, which is what I always do for cashmerette patterns, and then I shortened the skirt by 1 inch. I hesitated doing 2 inches. A lot of times with cashmerette, I do 2 inches in the skirt, and probably if it had been the straight skirt or like the A-line or whatever where it was equal on both sides, I would have taken it up 2 inches. But I didn't want the lengthen and shorten line is above the slit here, and I just didn't want that slit like way up high. So I just did 1 inch, and I think it works. I think the length where it hits on the other side when I've got heel on works perfectly. So I'm very pleased that I decided to go with just the 1 inch on this skirt. I think that worked out beautifully. But and then I shortened the sleeves by 3/4 of an inch. But that was the only alterations I made, just basically, oh no, I take that back. I grade from the size 10 to a 12 at the waist, and then I just go ahead and keep the skirt at 12. Technically, my hips put me back in a size 10, and I guess if I were wanting something really figure hugging, I would have gone back to the 10 because I would have had maybe a little bit of excess here at the side seams, and I probably do have a little bit in this dress, but I'm fine with that. It's comfortable. So, and then you're not, having to grade in, grade out. Anyway, a lot of times I do just leave the bottoms as at the 12. Sometimes I will grade back down to the 10. So everything in the bodice is a 10, the sleeves are a 10, GH cup, and then at the waist I graded out to a 12 and just did the size 12 skirt. So that is what I did, and then I did those shortening. 1 inch at the bodice, 1 inch at the skirt, 3/4 of an inch at the sleeves, and that was it for this dress. And I feel so good in it. I love it with my heart necklace that I got for Christmas. I think that I'm having a lot of fun wearing this necklace. You'll probably get tired of seeing it because I just really think it's fun. And with my birthday being the day after Valentine's Day, it just kind of feels like my thing. So I'm just going to go with it for now. But I'm very excited about having my new dress to wear over my big birthday dinner. And then obviously I can wear this the rest of the winter season. Now I do feel like the asymmetrical skirt, and maybe it's paired with the fabric, this feels like a little bit dressier of a dress. Like I wouldn't wear this dress to church. Yeah, I don't think I would. Maybe. No, I don't know that I would. It just feels a little too sexy to wear for church. But any kind of event where I needed to dress up a little bit more, if we were going out to a concert or a show, or even just out to dinner, I'm definitely going to be grabbing this one. And I think it's important to have a dress like this in your closet. Now, will it get a ton of wear between now and when the weather warms up? Maybe a couple of times, but I'm excited. I will definitely be bringing it back out when the fall hits again, when I'm ready to wear some darker colors. But I don't think, again, while I've got some purples and aquas and stuff, and obviously this is a gold that is in my color palette, it's not a horrible color combination on me. I think it's fine and lovely. And I may even go with a bolder lip when I wear it out for my birthday dinner. But even though it's not technically my colors, I still think it's good. And again, some of these colors are in my color palette. It's just a little darker than what I typically look the best in, if that makes sense. But I love this dress, and that kind of trumps everything. So there we have it, guys. That is my new Grafton birthday dress. Very excited to wear that here in a couple of weeks. And maybe before then. I don't know. Jenny and I are going to the Sew Expo in Washington at the end of the month, and it goes into March. And I don't know if there's going to be a reason to wear this. There would be a reason maybe to wear this while we're there. I don't know. I need to look into the schedule a little bit more. I mean, I think there's a fashion show that could be kind of fun. I don't know. So this may get taken to Washington as we go. And I would love to meet you all if you were there in person. And so we are setting up, Jenny and I are trying to set up some meetups, just free meetups, like you can come and I'll be here at this spot at this time. If you're interested more of that and getting on the email list so you know where I'm going to be at what time, if you would like to meet me in person, I will put that, I'll put that link in the description box. It also is going out in the newsletter. So if you're a newsletter subscriber, that's probably easier just to click it in the newsletter, but I'll put the link in the description box as well. All right, guys. that is all I have for today. I hope you're having a wonderful Tuesday. I'm going to be back on Friday with a new pair of jeans that I made, and I absolutely love. It worked out. My whole experiment worked out so well, and I can't wait to share that with you. And I've got a little tutorial that goes on the end of that as well. All right, guys, have a good week. I hope you get some sewing in, and I'll see you guys again on Friday. Bye.